Okay, so this is my Star Wars Andor episode 4 review, season 1 episode 4 review. And it starts off where the last episode ended, and Luthen is having Cassian find something and convinces him to join the rebellion. Granted, he has to offer him money to do it, but so they're going to a planet called Aldani. And Luthen says he knows everything about Cassian, and he mentions his battle that he was in, and that the only reason he survived was, first off, he was brought on as a cook, and that the only reason he survived is because he ditched the Empire. Now, when he kept emphasizing, I know everything about you, I really was expecting him to say something about his sister. You know, either that I know you're searching for her, if you help us, we could help you search for her, or I know who your sister is, or something. I really was expecting some sort of reference to Cassian's sister. Now, speaking of that and away from this episode, I'm starting to think, and this occurred to me just a few days ago, what if Bix is his sister? I have no evidence for that except for the fact that she looks like she could be a grown-up Carrie. Otherwise, yeah, that's basically my only evidence. But anyway, so he takes him to Aldani and asks him, what name do you want to use? He comes up with Clem. Now, except for the fact that Casa is with a K, Cassian, now Clem, everything has a K sound. Either way. So I wonder how many of these is he going to do. But they land on Aldani, and Luthen tells this rebel leader that, you know, she's the leader, not him, and that but she's not going to like what he has to say. Now, so they start talking, and she's not happy at all at this turn of events. And, while they're doing that, Cassian actually looks like he is going to try to steal Luthen's ship. But his AI just asks him, can I help you? So obviously Cassian realizes, okay, I'm being watched. I can't attempt to take the ship. So she finally agrees, still very reluctantly, to have him help them. And Cassian thinks that all they're doing is stealing payroll. And then he finds out from her that there's a garrison. But apparently they're not, too concerned about the payroll because no one's ever tried to steal it. So this was basically a setup episode for, I guess, next week where they complete the heist. Now, I don't know, maybe because they're implying that Cassian is such an amazing spy that it's entirely possible that he might end up being the only survivor from this theft attempt. Because he just basically is that good at what he does. And the others are gonna die, which is too bad because there's that one character. Everyone else is like, oh yeah, yeah, we don't trust you. They look at him, even though the commander is the one who said, okay, just we'll tell everyone this is my idea. Even she doesn't seem to like him. So, um, but there is one guy who is fine with him because all he cares about is does he believe in the cause. That is literally all he needs to know. You believe in the cause, then I trust you, that's all. So I really hope that nothing happens to him at least. Because he seems like a really chill guy. So, they go over the plans. They give Cassian like a night to study the plans because it's that close to go time. And so Luthen goes back to Coruscant. Now, I thought at first, when the trailers were first shown, that he was going to be one of the senators. But no, he's an antiques dealer. So he's got the wig on, he has the showy robe. So he goes into his shop, and it turns out Clea is also in on the rebellion. I don't know if she plays a huge part. Her part might be just keeping the drivers occupied while he and Mon Mothma go over plans. Um, so Mon Mothma and her new driver come in, and she talks about how it's getting harder for her to funnel money because that people are watching her. So, but that she has somebody else she wants to bring in. And I think it's going to be Bail Organa who she's going to bring in. And Luthen is a little uneasy about this. So that's a parallel to that woman that he was talking to, where he was convincing her to take in Cassian. He's doing the same thing with this unnamed person. Which, I don't know, maybe she should have said it, because if he's so knowledgeable about what goes on in the Empire, I'm sure he knows who Bail Organa is. So you would know that he can be trusted. But, so she buys a birthday present for her husband, and she gets home, and it turns out that her husband is a complete airhead. And he wants to sit with the fun people, which are so he finds psychotic people fun. Great, because they have stories of, I guess, killing and torture. I don't know what kind of stories he seems to think are fun, but anyway. So she reminds him that these are not good people, that they are doing things like cutting off supply routes so people can't get food and people will starve. And he seems completely unfazed by this. He goes, "Oh, I hear you got me a present." Which she literally just did that. Did somebody blab? What's going on? And she's like, "I'm taking it back." Oh, I love that. Um, so yeah. Why are they married? Was she a true believer at what point, and now she's like, "You suck"? Is there going to be a divorce? What is happening? So she forgot that they were supposed to have this dinner party, and he wore her down, and she basically said, "Don't ever do this to me again." And so yeah, I don't know if he's going to find out at some point that she's doing this, or if he separately just happens to realize, oh yeah, the Empire does kind of suck, or if he's going to, or like I said, there's going to be a divorce because he's going to stay true to the Empire and work against her. Or I guess they could stay married and still work against each other. That, I guess, is a possibility. But anyway, so um the other storyline that they briefly did was, first they introduced the Imperial Security Bureau, and they talk about what their purpose is, which is, basically preventing security threats. Only he makes it sound like security threats are a disease, and they're doctors who are there to prevent disease. And so we are introduced this new girl, Deidre, who has serious Karn, I guess is his name, vibes, because Karn was relieved of duty along with the chief inspector and Scotty, for, like I said, I can never remember his name, because they did this huge brouhaha on Ferrex, sorry. And the chief inspector's like, I had nothing to do with this. Oh, but because you looked the other way. And it's like, he literally told Karn not to do this. He literally said, this is bad. We do not want the Empire to control this sector, which now the Empire does, because Karn is a colossal moron. Anyway, so you could see on Karn's face, he's always looks like he's about to throw up. He really does. So he goes home. His mother first slaps him and then hugs him, because I guess that's what a mom does. She first tells you you're a colossal dumbass, but she still loves you regardless. So I don't know if we're gonna see him again, or if this is going to be a Groundhog's Day type situation with Deidre, because she's discovered that the unit that was stolen from her sector appeared on Ferrex. And she wants that unit back, and she thinks she should be the one to go in there, because she should have jurisdiction because it's from her sector. The guy whose sector Ferrex actually belongs to is like, nah, it's my sector, stay the hell away from it. And nobody seems to be believing her that something is happening, that a rebellion is mounting. Nobody's listening to her. And so yeah, she has serious Karn vibes that she's gonna go after this unit, and that it's going to end up biting her in the ass. Now, like I said, I thought they were arresting them at first, but like I said, Karn went home, so maybe house arrest, maybe? But yeah, I'm really curious if they're going to go anywhere more with this character. Or, because he did look like like I said, he looked like he wanted to throw up, and also like he was possibly regretting what he did. So maybe he's going to turn on the Empire and help the resistance. once he's aware of said resistance. Maybe he might get a job as Mon Mothma's new driver again. You know, someone who's part of the Empire, but nobody will realize that he's working against them. Let's see, what else is there from this episode? I think I covered everything. This was, of course, a slow episode because this is just laying the groundwork for what's going to happen in future episodes. Like, next episode's probably going to be the actual um, heist, and I'm predicting that Andor is going to be the only one who survives this. Um, like I said, maybe the one person who isn't side-eyeing Andor is probably going to be the only one of the original group who does survive. I think all the others are going to end up dead. Dead, captured, wounded, whatever. But Andor's going to be the only one who survives this experience. I think that's all I have for this video. So I will see you guys next time.